How's camp going for you so far? How would you summarize it?
It's going great. I think guys are working their butts off, man. We're battling every day, going against really good defense every day too. So it's even better. You know, you always want practice to be harder than the games. You know, that mentality of that. And so it's been fun, man. I think we're getting better every day.
Because being such a being a veteran, do you have more of a say, you think, in how you're going to be deployed and used in these preseason games? And what do you want to do?
I always want to be out there with my teammates, man. So I'm excited to get going. If coach lets us play or whatever it is, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play.
Russ, Malik was talking about, I believe yesterday, about how much you'd kind of encouraged him to be a little bit more of a voice in his second year. And can you talk a little bit about that, the motivation there, and just how he's generally looked as you've gotten to know him?
Yeah, I think Malik's done a great job. Just his leadership, his voice in the film room too. You know, he's done a great job of that. I've been telling him that the more he communicates what he sees and feels, not just to us, quarterbacks, but really to the group as a receiver, and we all want to be on the same page. I think he's doing a great job of that. You know, he's really just stepped into that role, the leadership role. Obviously, he's got guys like Slade to watch and listen to, and to be in the room with. Wandell, all those guys are so tremendously smart and experienced in a lot of ways, and so. I think also too, I think he's really done a great job of just his practice habits and when he's out there going as hard as he can every rep.
How good is he now you've had the opportunity to actually play with him?
Yeah, you see it on film.
Drills and stuff different than film.
Yeah, for sure. You see it on film. I mean, that was the first thing I told you guys when I watched him on film, watching all the cut-ups of him and all the cut-ups of the guys and all the plays, all the games. It was just his explosiveness once he catches the football. And there's only so many people in the world that can do it like he can. And I think that he's one of the best in the world to do it. And he's going into a second year of it all, and it's all fresh and all new. But he's definitely experienced in terms of how he sees the game, his mentality, attacking the football in the air. You guys have seen all the explosive plays he's made down the field, also even underneath, and all the things he's done too as well. And it's going to be a special thing. I'm excited to play with him, obviously.
For somebody like you who has gotten very known for the moon ball and all that, and you like to go deep. How exciting is that to have him as one of those weapons?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got multiplicity of guys that can do it. Obviously, Malik, is world class at what he can do. There's nothing that really he can't do, and I think he does a great job of that. So, I think it all starts with the offensive line. The lines give me enough time to throw the ball down the field, make plays. Also, too, for guys to, you try to spread the ball around as many guys as you can. Try to take shots with certain guys and see what these guys are capable of. And we got a lot of guys that are really talented and capable of making plays all across the field.
Russ, Daboll's known for a coach that takes a lot of input from players. Mm-hmm. Is that something you two are going back and forth to, considering your experience and like that, as far as you having a lot of input with him and him going back and forth and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I think first of all, Daboll's got a beautiful mind, how he sees the game. He's coached tremendous football players. He's, won Super Bowls. He's been around winning national championship, all that stuff. So he's been in the game for such a period of time. And I think the thing about Dabes is he sees it on the field so well. I think that's the unique piece about what he sees, and how he communicates to us quarterbacks. I think that the best part too is in terms of the knowledge and what we get to share back and forth is pretty cool. Just over the years, all my experience, his experience, how we see the game the same way. When I came here, I was able to spend a lot of time. He watched all my cut-ups. I got to watch a lot of things that we've done here in the past, and also too just be able to share ideas and be able to share thoughts and as we've been going too, and that's been really fun. I think him and Calf and also Shea too. And Shea I've known since I've been 18 years old, so a lot of that is a lot of familiarity, not just with each other, but also too with ball and the game.
Russ, you just mentioned that Brian Daboll has a beautiful mind for football. Yeah. What kind of mind does Mike Kafka has? Because he's the guy he's going to be calling a lot of the plays in, and how much of a sync do you need to be with him? I
think both guys, obviously Calf's played the game, played the position. He sees it like the quarterback does, and he's got a great viewpoint of the game. We get to spend a lot of time together in the quarterback room as well, and I think Calf is a really brilliant mind too. I think the ability to share ideas, I think the collaboration is what's really special here. And I think that, how they do it and how we do it together, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun of being able to attack the defense, see things, and share a lot of successful plays and a lot of successful ideas. And I think that's been a lot of fun too.
Russ, what is your impression of Tyrone Tracy since he got here?
Yeah, I think Tracy's had a great, training camp, OTAs. There's nothing that he can't do, catching the ball out of the backfield, his ability to run the ball. You all saw some of the big runs he had today. I think motor too as well. Both of those running backs have been really spectacular for us. And once again, it all starts with the offensive line, how they've been doing a great job of, creating, big run lanes for those guys when they can. And, we're going against a really good defense. So, when you get to go against those guys, it just makes us all better offensively and defensively. And I think that level of competition daily, back and forth, is making our football team better every day.
Russ, you've been around long enough.
Say again, bud?
From the tight end room, what do you see from the tight end?
I think Theo's been really showing up, the past several days in particular. I think he's done a tremendous job of, he's vertically, his ability to get down the field, vertically has been really good. I think he's done that a few times. Obviously, you saw the big touchdown crosser he ran today. Just his speed down the field. He's made some really big plays over the past, 4 or 5 practices, and being really intentional with him in particular has been cool to see over the past several days. I think also Belly's done a great job. He's so consistent. He's like Mr. Consistent. He's what you want in a tight end. You know where he's going to be. He can make plays for you. I think Dolchich has made some big plays throughout the camp too. And then obviously Chris Manhertz, big hand Mans. He's just like his ability to block, his ability to make plays. I've been around Chris for a while, man. He's a pro in every way. How he goes about it. It's fun to be around him. So we got a really good tight end room. I'm excited about Fedoni too. I think, he's a young, talented guy. And I'm excited to see him, ball out in the preseason and see what he can do.
Russ, throughout all camp, or really since you've been here, a lot of your teammates have been really complimentary about your approach and the atmosphere this year at camp. When you hear all of that, what does that make you feel, and what does it feel like to be in an atmosphere like this that's building right now?
Well, I think it's the best honor in the world to be able to lead a group of men like this, and just young, driven, smart, tough, talented guys, man. It doesn't get any better than that, man. That's like the greatest gift in the world, to be able to lead an organization like this and to be a part of that. And just to, I just want to be able to bring that championship mentality every day, a championship approach, the competitive edge every day, how we want to go about practice, how we want to push each other, how we want to challenge it. And I think ultimately, to be able to, have a tough mentality. I think that it's never easy. It's one of those things that you want, where we want to go and what we want to accomplish. We got to be able to stay in the moments and stay looking forward to the next play. And I think we do a really good job of that right now. We're battling in every day, and it's just been cool. I love this locker room. The guys, man, just the fellowship that we have together, all the way from the lunchroom to the film room after practice. We go watch film every day together and spend a lot of time just as players. And that's fun, just to be able to spend that quality time, to be able to go through the film, run the film, and just talk about what guys see, what I see, and share that knowledge. And so it's been great, man. I'm truly grateful to be a New York Giant.
Russ,
Do
do
you
you
think
have
three more?
a first ever preseason game memory or recollection or something? Obviously a lot of these guys are going to be their first time ever. What about your first time ever?
Yeah, I remember my rookie year. We played the Tennessee Titans in Seattle, and I just remember checking into the game in the second half or whatever it was, and man, I just remember telling myself, and I still do the same thing to this day, telling myself, man, it's just 100 yards. It's just 100 yards, 53 in the third, and just telling myself that over and over again. I think that positive self-talk, that ability to visualize success. I remember I hit Braylon Edwards on a go ball down the left sideline, which was a sick go ball. He caught it, that was my first go ball in an NFL game, obviously, to, moon ball for a touchdown. And then the game was on the line. We're supposed to run 18 force, and I looked at he's actually now my president. His name's Charlie Martin, and he was the ex receiver. He was trying to make the team and everything. I'm third string quarterback trying to make it here, and it's a 4-minute drill, and the game's late, and it's a close game. I remember we had this play called 18 force, running to the right, and he's supposed to go. It's called cut wall. So let's go get the safety right from the left side as the X. And I look at him, and I break the huddle. I say, hey, block your guy, block the corner, just go straight. He goes, what? So block your guy. And I ended up faking it and pulling it because the defense end just kept coming down. And I ended up running for like a 49-yard touchdown, dove in the end zone. He pancaked this guy. So I remember those memories, man. I remember those memories just, and you get that same thrill every time you step on the white lines. I still do. The love of the game, the passion for it, your teammates. It's the best game in the world, and we get to do it. And I'm grateful for it every day. And those memories never leave you.
You made the team, right?
Yeah.
How important are preseason games to you now? Like, obviously, you're new to this team. At the same time, you're a proven player in this league. So how important are they to you in order to sort of get ready for the season? Do you view that it's mandatory you get some time on the field, especially since you're with a new team? How do you view that?
Yeah,
whole part
I
of it?
think preseason is great, and it's a great opportunity to prepare. I mean, everything's about preparation, right? Everything's about mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, how you get ready, what do you eat before the game, and all the way to what you're listening to just putting your cleats on for the first time again, and and the fans being there and putting your shoulder pads on. That part of it, the joy of that, it's you never lose that joy, and I think that's the part that you embrace. I think also the camaraderie of being in the huddle. It's 3rd and 7. We got to get this one, man. And that's just that experience, that feeling, being on the road and going to Buffalo. We're going to a great environment. I played there, a couple of years ago. Great environment. Played on Monday Night Football. I mean, it just doesn't get any better playing in Buffalo in a crazy, noisy, loud place. And I just remember, just those things you embrace. And I think that as a veteran going my 14th year. For me, it's about me being prepared physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but also too making sure what can I do to help somebody else? How can I serve, and how can I make sure that our teammates are ready to go in the best way possible? And part of that is really speaking life into guys, making sure they're not too nervous. Reminding them what they've already done, reminding them what the preparation has already prepared them for, and just being in the moment, just being right where your feet are.
You've been around long enough to see the evolution, in the preseason. From 4 preseason games to now these joint practices take on a lot of weight, and you get a lot of work out of them. What do you like about the joint practices, and what are you looking to get out of them next week?
Yeah, I think the joint practices are great just because you get to go against another team. You get to see, match up, and just play football. And once again, everything's about preparation, getting ready for the season. So, I think obviously our opportunity to go against the Bills in this game coming up here is going to be a great one. Obviously, I think the next week, I think it's the Jets, right? I think, and those practices are really, really great. They've got great talented players on that side, and we get to play some football and strap up the pads. And the reality is you get 17 regular season games and hopefully 3 to 4 more. And, so every opportunity you get is great.
Russ, I see your better half watches a lot of practices.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, does she let you have it at nighttime if you throw a pick during practice?
No, I think that, it's always supportive. I think C is always great. Just the kids being out here is fun too. I think, young, your future, he loves coming to practice. He loves, he's really good at football too. He can play. So it's cool, throwing with them, seeing Win and Sienna Namora and C. Just, we have a great culture here and a great organization, and that family aspect of it makes it really special. So I'm super grateful. Yeah.
She really enjoying it.
Yeah, she loves it. Yeah, we all love it, and we can't wait to play.